Welcome back. All the episodes that I've done to date have all been covering my health and my physical struggle. This episode's going to be a little different. I'm going to talk about the mental struggle that I've had to deal with for the last year. Ever since I started documenting my journey, I've had many people reach out to me, commending me on my positive attitude and the way that I've handled myself through this journey. And I really, really appreciate those comments. But to be completely honest, there's been a lot of dark, dark days through this journey, and I want to share my experiences with you. Very early on, I was very mad. I was very angry, questioning, why me? Like, why did this happen to me? One day you're living your life, you're loving your life, you're doing everything that you normally do, and a snap of a finger, it's gone, it's ripped away from you. So I had a really hard time wrapping my head around how my life had just drastically changed with no warning. When I look back at the start of my journey, the hardest month for me by far was the month of February, and for a few different reasons. One of them was I was trying to trick myself with not accepting the fact of how long this GBS was going to be and how long of a recovery process this was really going to be. And I wasn't letting myself admit to myself that this was going to be years of rehabilitation and years of my life just getting better. And I kept thinking to myself, by the summertime, I was going to be out golfing or be with my buddies and be with my family and friends and, doing the things that I was doing, not that long before. But in the middle of February, I had a couple really dark weeks and started talking to a therapist and some other people that had GBS and joined the GBS Society in Whitby. And I was really able to open up my mind and accept what I had been dealt with and accept the long journey that I was about to take. And I really turned a page mentally in February because I was able to accept what happened to me. And it was a big game changer for me. It's really hard to stay positive every day, when you've got GBS or you're stuck in a hospital for as long as I have been. And it's really hard to stay positive when you keep getting news or information that kind of sets you back a little bit, physically and mentally as well. And I'll never forget, in February, I had done a nerve test, and the gentleman that did the test, the doctor, was very bleak on the outcome and was very blunt about his diagnosis, and in so many words just said that, with a lot of aids and, good luck and hard work, that I may walk again. And it just was something I didn't want to hear. I mean, it was very shocking to me because I've always, pictured myself leaving here walking and vision myself walking in my dreams and in my thoughts. And I left that with this built up anger, but also this drive that he had given me to prove him wrong. And I still remember this doctor to this day, and I still have said to everyone in my family that I can't wait to come back to the hospital when I'm walking down the road, whenever that is, to walk into his office. He won't remember me, but I'll remember him. And just to say to him, like, hey, I met you X amount of years ago, and you thought I might not be walking. Just wanted to show you that I proved you wrong. And it's been huge for me because it's helped me go forward with my goals and keeping me motivated, as just another bit of ammunition to keep going forward. The other thing I struggle a lot with is guilt. And I feel guilty for what I've put my family through. Now, I know that it's not my fault that I'm in this situation, so I don't feel guilty on that. And I know that they know, if any one of them were in the situation that I am in, that they know that I would do the exact same for them. But when you're the person that requires all the care and all the sacrifice, it's just a feeling that you just can't get away from. I feel very guilty that my wife has been on go every day with no days off for the last year. Same with my mom, same with my sister, having to raise my kids part-time when my wife is here. And most importantly, I feel guilty that my kids don't have their dad and their second parent in their lives every day. I feel tremendous guilt on this, that I've been absent for the last year in everyone's lives in that certain aspect. So it's something I'm dealing with. It's something I'm working on every day to get better at, but I feel a tremendous amount of guilt through this whole journey. I've been dealing with a psychiatrist ever since February, and they're a huge part of my team. And they've really helped me through this journey, helping with my depression, helping me with the anxiety that goes with this, and most importantly, helping with my PTSD. And the traumatic event that happened to me early on, my episode where everything went black, that was a very traumatic time for me. It's a memory that's instilled in my mind. I think about it daily. the day I was with my mom and my sister, and everything went black, and I went into a coma, and I woke up, and I had this GBS. I knew I had PTSD, and I've been dealing with it for all this year, but it reared its ugly head the other day. I had an emotional conversation with somebody, and I was a little amped up, and then I tried to do some hard physio work right after, and I felt very lightheaded, and I felt like I was almost going to pass out. And they brought the doctor and the nurse in to come see me while I was still on the machine. And as soon as the nurses and the doctor ran in, it just brought me back to that memory of the day that I was with my mom and my sister, and I crashed. And for 30 seconds to a minute, something just went over my body. I couldn't stop crying uncontrollably. I was shaking, and it was a flashback, and it was so real. And I've read a lot of books on PTSD since this all happened, and it happens with people that go to war or people that are in hard accidents or anything like that. Anyone that suffers with PTSD, it just comes back, but it came back in such a pronounced way because it just seems so similar to the last one. So again, this is something I'm dealing with every day, and I'm just getting stronger mentally and trying to be able to work on the tools that can help me to get through these episodes or get me through these emotions when they do show up. I've learned so much this year. I feel very lucky. And I know lucky is a weird word to say because people are like, Jay, you're in a wheelchair and you've been in the hospital for a year. Like, how is that lucky? I feel very lucky for what I have. I have an amazing support team around me. I have an amazing wife, mom, and sister that have dropped everything for me and are there with me every day to help me through this journey. And in life, I've learned, when you think you've got something bad, there's always someone that's worse off than you. And I see many, many, many people in here that are fighting their journeys by themselves. They don't have a support system around them. I could not imagine going through this journey by myself. I definitely would not be in the mental state that I am right now. So for that, I'm very thankful. The other thing I'm very thankful and very lucky for is the fact that this happened to me in 2020. What a year. Best year it could have ever happened to me, hands down. I always end each episode with Jay's Picks of the Week, but I thought with Halloween around the corner, I'm going to end this episode with Jay's best Halloween costumes. I always enjoyed going out trick-or-treating with my kids. I love to see the joy on the kids when they got to dress up and get candy and go door to door. It was amazing as a parent, but I'm not going to lie. I think I liked it a little bit more when I got to dress up as an adult and go to parties with all my friends. And we did it for many, many, many years. I think I won best costume 4 times. I prided myself on being very creative and tried to do everything from home. I only ever bought 2 costumes, the Mad Hatter and Beetlejuice. Everything else I tried to do from home. And it all started 20 years ago when I went as Rock, Dwayne Johnson, from back in the day when he was just a wrestler. So hope you enjoyed my video, and please subscribe below.